everyone, Monica here with Connect, Inspire, Grow TV. Today I want to share with you guys a book that I highly recommend for anyone who's looking to become an entrepreneur, or maybe you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to still figure things out. So, E-Myth Revisited. It's probably one of the best books on entrepreneurship out there. E-Myth stands for entrepreneurial myth. You know, a lot of times when we go into business, we think that we have the entrepreneurial mindset, that we know the things we need to do, and that's not often the case. I mean, my background, I've always had that entrepreneurial mindset where I remember when I was younger, I don't really remember how old I was, but I remember I asked for a gumball machine for Christmas. You know, because everybody loves gum. I mean, look at Mr. Wrigley and his story. So I would, you know, I got that gumball machine. It was one of those where I was very specific. It was one of those where you can actually still get the gumball without having to put money in, but my little friends didn't know that. So what I would do is I would go out and, you know, in the playground and just sell gum to my friends. But then what was also cool is that I didn't just go and spend my money on, you know, on sweet stuff. What I ended up doing is investing it back so I can actually so I bought coloring books. So I would color different pictures and in the book, and I would actually go and sell them to my family members, because you can't say no to a cute kid. I mean, granted, they were not like the best, and I'm not I wasn't an artist at the time, but we have a hard time saying no to, you know, to kids. So, and I would just constantly try to find ways to make money. I don't know what, it was just something that was always in me, finding the next thing, the innovator, the entrepreneur, I guess. So are great entrepreneurs born? I would have to say no. Just like great lawyers are not born great lawyers, it's something that you decide to become. Just like maybe you've decided recently to do that. So, and in this book, actually, talks about the different stages: the technician, being the technician, the manager, and the entrepreneur. There's a story about a woman who loves to bake pies, and I kind of shared that story with some of my friends already. But there's a story about a woman that just loves to bake pies, and she's really good at it too. So her friends convince her to open up her business. And that's what a lot of times we're like, oh, you should open up your own place, not realizing all the different things that go into owning a business. You know, you have to be the technician, the person that's, you know, making the pies. Then you have to be the manager, the person that overlooks the bookkeeping, making sure everything is in place, in order, and all the things are working. And then there's also the entrepreneur, who just has a great idea and, you know, always looking for ways to kind of go take the company to the next level. So he talks about the different stages of entrepreneurship, and really figuring out which one can you be, you know, which one are you, and just really finding out if you're just a technician, you should probably just stick to baking pies for maybe somebody else, you know, for a little while at least, until you figure out this whole entrepreneurial thing, you know, because then she really just, you know, becomes the worker, becomes the bookkeeper, becomes the person that is constantly having to, you know, do new things, and it just really works herself. You know, she hates, in the end she just like hates doing what she does, you know, which is very you have to really love what you do if you really want to be good at it, you know, because when things get hard and things are you know, you begin to get pressed, you really have to realize that, you know, what you're doing is that it was because you really wanted to do it. So highly recommend the book. Really just great, you know, why most businesses don't work and what to do about it. So highly recommended. Michael Gerber, great author, very great book. And it, you know, I always write in my books, so when people ask me like, hey Monica, do you want to borrow this book, because I'm like, oh, it's a great book, I'm like, no thanks, not unless you don't ever want to see it back, or if you want to just, I just love books. I got a Kindle for Christmas and I'm like, oh, I don't like that, you know. I love hardcover books. So I'm old school. Anyhow, hope that helped. If you read the book, comment on this video. Love to hear your feedback. Love to hear some of the things that you've got out of it. And if you have any recommendations for entrepreneurs to read some of other books, make sure to comment. Thanks, guys.